Hello and welcome to Everything Dance. I'm your mentor, Dancing Dawn. This is your go-to site for all dance subjects and styles and all other related topics from beginner to professional and dance teaching qualifications. Here's part 1 of a series of videos I'm doing to let you know more about me. And this video was inspired by what's in my dance bag, and I thought I would show you my dance shoes. This is actually the last dance bag I was using for my shoes. It's got lots of compartments and it was a really good durable bag. I really liked it, but I don't use a dancing bag anymore. Why? Because I'm based at my dance studio only and all my shoes are actually kept in a crate. So I just pull it out from my desk. Here's the first pair of shoes I pulled out, and these are multiple use shoes. Do look at other videos I've linked below because they will tell you more about each type of these shoes and the make and so forth. I use them for Latin and also as character shoes. They're not the comfiest of shoes, but I do love tan. I love tan dancing shoes. So what's next out the box? These are one of my pairs of ballet shoes. I prefer these ones where they have the crisscross elastic and very flexible. I was from an era when you just had the hard full sole for ballet shoes, so any type of shoe like this is a real pleasure for me. I have ballet shoes in all different colours, but these I use for more class work and teaching. And here's the bottom of them, what is called split sole, so very comfortable, even though I think ballet shoes are not comfortable at all. Here's a pair of tap shoes. Again, these are split sole, and that means you can literally fold them in half. They're very flat but very comfortable for teaching. But obviously do make sure you've got the right sort of tap shoe for the sort of dance you're doing in tap. These are not very good when you come to do pickups. And here's the bottom of them, just so you can see they have the full heel tap, and I do like split sole tap shoe. Now the next pair of shoes is obviously tan. I love tan, and these are very comfortable for teaching. They're flexible enough for teaching ballet or just working around the pupils. Very comfortable to wear. Little ankle boots, they don't come right up the ankle, but they're slip on, easy for quick change, rehearsal and so forth. Very multiple use. So these are probably one of my favourite types of shoe. You can use them for most dance subjects. And here is the bottom of them. Again, split sole, very comfortable, and they do come in many colours. These are my ballroom and Latin shoes. Very uncomfortable. They actually rub a bit on the sides of the foot. I do not like them, but I have a fairly low heel, enough of a heel to do heel pivots, but not too high for teaching in. Probably my most hated style of dance shoe overall, and the glitter does wear off of them, so not even good because they're glitter for me. Let's see what's next in the box. So some more split sole tap shoes. Of course I had to have a tan pair, very comfortable. Inside is quite spongy, the inner sole, and there you can see the bottom of these tap shoes, different colours for different performances. Here are my street dance or hip hop shoes. These are so comfortable. They're starting to wear at the top of the toes, but they are very comfortable. Do not ever wear these sort of dance shoes outside. You will ruin them, as in all other types of dance shoe. So I'll just show you the bottom of these. And these were one of the very first pair of this style dance shoes that was available to buy in England many years ago, so you can see they're quite old. They're quite flexible, and the brand here is Gamba, which was the original English ballet shoe company. Talking of ballet shoes, these white ones I just use for performance, hence they're still very white and very clean, and they're satin, so they do not last very long, the least length of practical use if you're going to buy ballet shoes. As I say, they are for performance. A lot of little girls like ballet shoes for bridesmaids, and by the time the wedding's over they're normally covered in green grass stains. And these are full sole but suede, so you can brush them clean and more flexible. Here are a type of jazz shoe or modern dance shoe, and they're actually almost netty on the sides, if you can see from the picture, which means they're a little bit cooler for the very hot climate that I get here in Cyprus. So a little bit more breathable and very flexible, because here again these are split sole. So here's the bottom of them, so you can just see those, and again they're suede bottoms, so you can brush them clean of dirt. Here's another pair of tap shoes. These are the most similar to the Oxford style, which are the more professional style of tap shoes, and my preferred style of tap shoe. These are the most all-round type of shoes, little difficult for heel clips because they have a Cuban heel, but overall this is my favourite style of tap shoe to wear, that I will wear the most. And just to show you the underneath, so you have a full heel on those, but not recommended for children. And here's another pair of the tan shoes. The reason I have two pairs is because I bought one pair slightly smaller than I needed, because they do stretch in time. Here are my normal jazz shoes. Again, these are very flexible. These are my favourite pair for jazz shoes or modern shoes or any similar subject, cheerleading and so forth. And these are getting quite worn now. The longer you have dance shoes, the more worn they get, but the least likely you are to want to swap them for nice new shoes. And here's the underneath of those shoes. So again, split sole, but this time it has a rubber upper on them rather than suede. Here are the old-fashioned jazz shoes, as they're called, and these have a full sole. I really don't like these, but if you have to do a dance display outside at all, then these are more practical, because they normally have a rubber sole, although you can get suede, but the rubber ones are good if you need to dance outside, which is not recommended with dance shoes, but sometimes things call for that. So grab yourself a pair of those if you're doing outside dance. Next up we have what's called Greek sandals. Now these can be used for teaching ballet, so you've got a little bit of heel height for support. I use them for Latin. I find they're great for Latin. Again, aerates the feet, and you don't have to wear the nasty ballroom and Latin shoes that I really don't like to wear for dance. So good for practice and also for contemporary and other similar types of dance. And inside here you can see the brand Freed, which along with Gamba was the main company for pointe shoes in England on the very beginning times when there was very rarely dance shops. Here's another pair of the chorus line style shoes, if you like, and I use these a lot actually for paso doble. I find they're great for paso doble, but again you can use them as character shoes, any of your drama classes, or indeed anything else. Some people do put taps on them, or you can buy them with taps, but I don't use them for that. I prefer my tap shoes. And here's the bottom of them. Again, not the most comfortable shoes, and you can get all sorts of heel heights for them. Now here's a pair of my flat tap shoes that aren't split sole, These are actually very comfortable. I only had them because they were in the end of my stock that I'm selling off. Do look in the links below if you want to buy any of my new stock. And they fitted me, so I took them, and they're comfortable for teaching and practice. And these are also good for boys because they are flat. Here's the underneath of them. A good hard wearing tap shoe. Very long lasting. Now we have some more ballet shoes. These I do love, but they don't last. They're canvas, and just because I like white ones for ballet, I'm not a lover of pink ballet shoes. I always chose my stage school uniform to have white ballet shoes because you get so many different forms of pink. The class or shows look a right mess. So I recommend white ballet shoes, and they clean in the washing machine. And these are split sole, so very comfortable and flexible. Next up we have some more of these shoes. I had 2 pairs of tan previously I've shown you, and I have black. Black is good for just working in class, and as I say, they do stretch in time, so buy a little bit smaller than you need rather than a bit bigger if you can't get your size. And obviously, as I've said, great for quick changes or quick changes between lessons. Here again is another pair of the original old-fashioned style of jazz shoe. I just have some old pairs left that I'm just wearing out. And as you can see, this is a rubber bottom which lasts longer than suede. And finally I have 3 old pairs of pointe shoes, and I suppose I should just get rid of them. I'm not going to use them anymore. They're too worn. They've gone soft. But I thought I would show you these because they are in the box. And this is the way you used to have to darn them. You weren't allowed to dance in them till you'd done chain stitch darning. And you were supposed to do it yourself, but a lot of mummies did that for you. But you had to know how to do that in exams if you wanted to show your pupils in later life how to do it. And as I got a bit older in dancing, obviously then buying our own shoes ourselves rather than our parents, nobody bothered to darn them anymore. So while your parents were paying for the shoes, they got darned. But as soon as you bought your own shoes, no more darning. And I learned different ways of attaching elastic to hold them on. The original way was a little loop on the back of the ankle, but I talk about this in other videos. So do look at my videos below in the links, and there will be many more videos more about dance shoes and other things. And Capriccio is my favourite brand. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and please do share my channel. Also look in my playlist to see what dance subject you are interested in learning. Until next time, happy dancing.